Hi, in this video, we're going to look at how we can use the formula for simple interest to find n. The formula takes on the format a is equal to p multiplied by the bracket 1 plus in. N is the duration of the investment. P is still our principal amount. A is still the amount accumulated. And I is still the rate of interest. To find n, we can rearrange this formula and make n the subject. Let's start by dividing both sides by p. So we get a over p is equal to p multiplied by bracket 1 plus in over p. Now on the left, we have a over p, and on the right, the p's will cancel out, and we're left with 1 plus in. Next, let's move the 1 to the left-hand side, and we have a over p minus 1 is equal to in. Finally, to get n by itself, we can divide both sides by I. We get a over p minus 1 all over I is equal to n. N is now the subject of this formula. Let's move in to the left-hand side. Before we move on, there's something you should always keep in mind. To solve for n, we use the formula n is equal to a over p minus 1 all over I. But to solve for I, we use I is equal to a over p minus 1 all over n. Here we can see that we have a over p minus 1 and we have a over p minus 1. The numerators of these fractions are exactly the same. So to solve for n, we make n the subject and we put I in the denominator. To solve for I, we make I the subject and we put n in the denominator. To find n, we start by dividing a and p, then we subtract 1, and then we divide everything by I. Please remember that n is always calculated in years. A bank only pays interest after a full year. So when solving for n, if you ever get an answer with a decimal or fraction, make sure to always round up to the next full year. Let's look at some examples. $1,400 is invested at 4% per annum simple interest. How long will it take for the amount to reach $1,624? We are looking at the duration, so we need to solve for n. Let's start by finding our a, p, and I values. $1,400 is invested. This is the principal amount. So we can say p is equal to 1,400. It is invested at a rate of 4% per annum. This is our I value. So we say I is equal to 4 divided by 100, which gives us 0,04. The investment reaches an amount of $1,624. This is our accumulated amount. So we can say A is equal to 1,624. Now that we have these values, we can put them into the formula. So we say n is equal to A, 1,624 over P, 1,400. Then we minus 1, and we make this fraction all over I, which is 0,04. 1,624 divided by 1,400 gives us 1,16. So let's subtract the 1 and we get 0,16 over 0,04. Now we can divide 0,16 by 0,04 and we get an answer of 4. This is the duration of the investment, 4 years. Let's do another example. Dean invests $2,500 in a savings account at a rate of 5% per annum. At the end of the investment, Dean has $3,000. How long did Dean invest for? Let's start by finding our A, P, and I values. Dean invests $2,500. This is the principal amount. So we can say P is equal to 2,500. The rate of interest is 5% per annum. So to find I, we say 5 divided by 100, and we get 0,05. At the end of his investment, Dean has $3,000. This is the accumulated amount. So A is equal to 3,000. Now that we have these values, let's put them into the formula. So we say N is equal to A, 3,000, over P, 2,500, minus 1, all over our value of I, 0,05. 3,000 divided by 2,500 gives us 1,2. Let's subtract 1 and we get 0,2 over 0,05. Finally, let's divide 0,2 by 0,05 and again get an answer of 4 years. Let's do one more example. Kate takes out a loan of $850. The bank offers her an interest rate of 8% per annum, and she repays the bank a total amount of $1,054. How long did it take Kate to pay off her loan? She takes out a loan of $850. This is the initial amount, and it takes on our P value. So say P is equal to 850. The bank offers her an interest rate of 8%. So I is equal to 8 over 100, which is 0,08. And she repays the bank a total amount of $1,054. It is the accumulated amount. So A is equal to 1,054. Now that we have these values, we can find how long it took Kate to pay off her loan. So we can say N, the duration, is equal to A, 1,054, over P, 850, minus 1, all over I, which is 0,08. 1,054 divided by 850 gives you 1,24. So let's subtract the 1 and we get 0,24 over 0,08. 0,24 divided by 0,08 gives us an answer of 3. It took Kate 3 years to pay off her loan.